I'm really bad at this, man. But I'm gonna fix it. So I'm actually practicing a lot more these days, since this whole shutdown thing. I don't really leave the house much anymore unless I'm, stepping out to get some groceries or whatever. So I'm down here a lot more and I'm putting in a lot more practice time, which I think is cool. So I'm just sort of revisiting, a lot of aspects of my playing. And I discovered that there's one thing in particular that I kind of suck at. It's been bugging me. I never really addressed it before, but I just recently discovered, recently as in like yesterday, I found out that I'm pretty bad at this, and it really started getting to me, so I started working on it right away. The thing that I'm talking about is soloing at slow tempos. Now, I didn't realize how bad I was at this until I started. I pulled out my album. I have an album of play-along tracks called Solo Comps for Drummers. I just pulled out a couple of the tracks and was flowing along, and I was burning, man, on a couple of them. And then I put on one of the slower ones and I discovered, wow, I sound horrible at this. So basically I just decided I got to become my own student and I got to start working on this thing. I got the free time. Now's the time to do it. So the issue for me when I was playing through these songs is that, on the playback, nothing sounded good. It wasn't flowing right. There was all kind of space and gaps and stuff that just wasn't very musical to me. I wasn't really happy with any of my musical choices. It just was not sounding good at that tempo. When I play some of the faster tunes on the album, everything sounds great. But here's the thing about slower tempos, man. When you really start to improvise over slow tempos, it really starts to expose your flaws. If there's anything wrong with your timing, your musicality, your dynamics, your flow, anything like that, soloing the slow tempos is going to expose all of that stuff. With fast tempos, it's kind of easy, right? Because everything is nice and energetic and you can, rely on all of your big money linear licks or whatever to get you through it. But slower tempos, you can't do that, man. You gotta pay a lot more attention to your dynamics and your musicality and all that kind of stuff. So if you try to play a slower tempo the same way as a faster tempo, you're gonna discover that it's not gonna sound good. So that's basically when I realized that I don't do this nearly enough as I should. So I thought a really good way to tackle this problem would be to see if I could just focus on musicality, dynamics, and creativity. And if I was going to do that, I'd have to remove a couple of things. So I decided to just mentally remove all the toms from the equation. And I started practicing along with the song, just using the ride, the kick, the snare, and the hi-hats. So when you do that, like when you remove some distractions, you really have to rely on just being creative and being musical and saying as much as you can say with less. And then eventually what I'd end up doing is sort of reintroducing maybe a tom at a time or two toms at a time or whatever. But if I was going to fix this, I'd have to start from the ground up. So basically, the whole point behind that is that, the less I have in front of me here, the more I have to rely on what's in here, right? So it really forces you to get a lot more creative and just try to tap out your vocabulary and say as much as you can with less. So I decided to just shoot and record an example of what I'm talking about. Maybe it'll give you some ideas if you wanted to try this for yourself. But yeah, man, I actually, after a while, really started to like practicing this way. So Here's this example. The song or the loop that I'm using is called Silky Loop. Again, it's off my Play Along track album. Solo counts for drummers. If you want to try it for yourself, go ahead and grab this tune. iTunes or anywhere else you can download music on the planet. It's available. But yeah, check this out. This is what it sounds like. that's what I'm gonna do, man. We're gonna dedicate the next couple of weeks to just working on this because, like I said, I'm actually really starting to like it because I'm discovering just how creative I can get with just these 4 sound sources. And it's also forcing me to relax. Like I'm already pretty relaxed when I'm playing, but when you're slowing down these tempos like this, you're playing to these slower tempos, you don't have a choice. You gotta be relaxed. Your hands gotta be loose. You can't be stiff and strong arm your way through solos at these slower tempos. It's just not gonna happen. So I would encourage anyone out there that's currently working on their soloing to give this a shot. It could be a sobering reality check for a lot of you. I know it was for me. Like I didn't realize how bad I was at soloing the slower tempos until I actually attempted it and tried to approach it the same way as faster tempos. But I'm gonna fix it, man. I gotta fix it. And I think I'm gonna see a lot of other benefits from practicing this way over the next few weeks. So try it for yourself, man. Download the track, or better yet, just get the whole album. There's 10 tunes on it. But yeah, just challenge yourself, man, and see if doing this kind of thing will make a difference. I'm pretty sure that it will. Now, before I get out of here, just got to remind you, okay, don't forget, I got a sale going on right now in the merch shop. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, all orders are going to be 15% off until April 20th. We're having a spring sale. Link will be in the description box if you want to grab yourself something. Cool way to support the channel if you dig the content. Other than that, I'm out of here, man. New viewers, new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, there it is. Make sure you hit that before you bounce. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Drop a comment below. See you next video.